Hello and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play on the Older Mod 6 mod pack. So first up today, as usual, I'm going to tell you what I've changed here. One of the things I've done is I went into the roguelike dungeon in the overworld and I looked for a wither skeleton spawner and I already found one. There were tons of them down there. I had to fight my way through it, but with this atomic disassembler you can just one-shot mobs. It's so easy to get around there, and I've set it up. I've upgraded all the way with the amount of spawning. I've decreased the range of it. I've given it my last Ordimodium to make sure that it does work no matter what conditions there are, and this is just pumping out there. What I've done as well is I have updated the server and the client. So a few things have changed, like the iron chests apparently are now only doing the borders with iron, and then everything else normal chests. Pretty cool. I thought it was bug at first, some shader bug, but it seems to be the new looks of the iron chests. As well, I've gone ahead and added a dock from Dank Storage and given it a Dank 6, which is these are just upgrades from first coal, then redstone, then gold, then emerald, then diamond, and then obsidian, which is actually the easiest one to get in my opinion. Then the last one is nether stars. I don't have that yet, but I do have a Dank 6 now, and that holds 262,144 items, so I'm not gonna have any trouble with any of these stacks filling up anytime soon. What I've done is I've blacklisted the items that I want to go into the dock here, so that they don't go into the trash can, and then I have added them to non-blacklist into the dock. That's so I just copied that one and made sure that it was non-blacklist. You can just use priority instead, so that it prioritizes the dock first and then goes in there, and then afterwards it goes in the trash can. Then you can actually remove all of this, but I did not bother to do that. I could. It's actually a better option because I'm gonna run out of space soon. Anyway, this is just gathering for me. I added a necrotic bone because I had one in my one of my chests, and I thought that the skeletons are supposed to drop that, but apparently the skeletons you get from what's it called, roguelike dungeons, the spawners you get there are a bit different. You don't get any wither skeleton heads either. I crafted one with the skull fragments, and I added that, and I haven't even got a single one besides the one I crafted myself. So I guess what I have done is I've control clicked it so that it stays here. So if I take out everything, if I take out all this coal, for example, uh, it will uh, it will leave behind a single coal. I don't think, yeah, look at that. It leaves behind a coal here, so that it makes sure that the slots are still filled out. It bugs out a little bit with the, it's just a graphical bug. There's nothing to worry about there. We're getting bones as well for some bone meal that we can use up here. But that is the biggest change I've made there, and what else have I done? Oh yes, I have added my daisy. I've made a mechanical daisy instead, because then I could move everything in here, and you can automate these. So I can just grab some stone. Oh, and I accidentally sorted my bag. So everything has been sorted and put in line instead of having my usual setup here, and that is so annoying. Now, something has happened here. There's a lot of empty spaces here. I wonder why that is. That's weird. And I cannot seem to find any of my stone here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fill in some oak logs, and you can even fill in water to do some kind of, I mean, bucket fluids in here and do something with that. I don't know what fluids you can get from from Botania, but well, that's possible as well. And what I've gone ahead and done is I've added another controller here underneath this one. There's one down there, and I've added a dense cable, a green one, to the side of that. And that is the one that I'm going to drag out to the base in order to add applied logistics to my machines. And that's why I've done this. And I was about to do it, then I thought I should probably record this because yeah, this is actually content. So what I've done is I've made some Skystone block facades. I have tin on me. I'm gonna make some more, which I can just put on top here, and that way I can hide away my cables as well. And I might add one there, and here I can always see the amount of channels that I'm using. So what I'm gonna add these to the floor here. And what we want to do is we want to add one in here because we are gonna export and import our cyanides directly into the system instead of going through a chest. I want to get done with all these chests, and with these logistical transporters I want to use applied logistics instead. So that's why I've done that. So what we want to do is we want to get a cable in here. I've got a dense cable that I am using to run through the base, and I can just add facades like that, and then everything will look cool. That's why I'm using the non-multi-block kind of blocks for floors and for ceilings. This is actually a multi-block, but you won't see there's a difference between these two. But I haven't had any issues with that because I don't put anything up there like cables or anything. But this is, yeah. Anyway, so I am also in this episode, if we have the time for it, I'm going to add lights throughout the base because I'm really tired of these torches. So the way that we are going to do that, I'm going to just create one at first. Is I'm going to grab all these Psychorium colors, and there should be one of each color here, which is what you need in order for that to go. So we are gonna do lamp, maybe and then lamp. There, we're gonna just go directly to the inverted one, which takes quartz crystals and then the 5 different colors, which we do have. So we are gonna add the recipes for that. Do we have any blank patterns? We do not. Why do we not have any blank patterns? Oh, I'm out of dust. Okay, so let's do 32. No. 16. Yeah. Let's just do 16. Add those here, and then maybe put some quartz. So I've been mining a bit of quartz as well. Then crush this down. It's also about time that I upgrade these to some bigger machines, but I'm probably not going to get to that in this episode. So what we're going to do first is we are going to add the lamp here. So we need lamp, and we want the inverted ones. So let's go ahead and add that, and we also need to add redstone torches because I am pretty sure that that recipe is not in my system. You can add those to the top here because they are do not have anything to do with applied logistics. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves some lamps here. Let's just do 8. Can I do 8? I'm out of quartz crystals. I do have them here in my bags. Let's go ahead again. 16. Okay, I can do 8. I can mine the crystals with the digital miner, so it's not an issue. So now these are inverted, which means they are on by default. I will look into some way to control this. I think I'm going to do computer craft. Actually, 100% sure. Now we should be able to remove these. Yeah, it's not gonna light up that much compared to other stuff. I should actually make I mean the torches are gonna give it a little bit of light, but it's okay. You can actually change the brightness and all sorts of stuff on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 in between. Maybe 3 in between. So 1 here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be decent light. 1, 2, 3, and then some light. 1, 2, 3. So we're not going to have any there. Maybe I should be doing 4. If I do that, I will get 1 light here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 there. Yeah, I'm going to do 3. 1, 2, 3, and then add 1 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 1 here. Oops. Is it on fast? It is. I do not have any stone in my bag for some weird reason. I usually always have stone. I'm just going to use cobblestone here. We're going to replace that later anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that seems to be what we had the materials for now. But now we can remove some of these torches, and we have got a bit of light here without using torches. Yeah, they do not seem to be as bright as I hope they would be, but yeah, that's going to be good enough. The reason that I'm using the Skystone ones is because they are redstone control, and I think they kind of match the whole want to build some kind of laboratory style, and you can change the colors up here. We'll do that later as well. So there's the lamps. I will bring them throughout the whole base here, and I will craft them off cam. The reason for you to sit and watch me craft lamps and put them up. Anyway, now we've got our dense cables in here, so we want to pull that over here to the side here, I guess. 3, and I do not have any more facades. I will fix that later. So now I actually need to remove that 1 dense cable, and I'm going to use a green cable. Do I not have any smart cables that are green? No. Do I have any smart cables? No. I need to add the smart cables as well. Let's do that. Was that the dense one? Yeah, that's not what I needed. I needed the normal ones. There we go. So I add that in here. Yeah, they're not gonna have any issues. So let's do 6 more. Oh, that's black. Okay, so I need 2 more. 2. And then green. Like that. And I've got my 8 normal smart cables. And then I need a P2p. We've got that here. And then I need a yellow dense cable. So we need dense. And I need 8. Can I do 8 of these? Do we have the materials for that? We do. Then we need some yellow. We do not have any yellow because I want all the cables that goes in this room to be yellow. So let's go ahead and do yellow. Where's the yellow? Where's the yellow? There's the yellow. And then do mortar. Let's get those first. And then get ourselves some dye. There we go. And then cable, we are going to do the 8 dense cables like that. And then yellow. Thank God we've got it. And there we go. We're going to use those. So we've got our P2p tunnel. And we are going to add, not you, you. Because you can only add the P2p to the normals. I can't add it to here. If I do, it will face the wrong way. As you can see, it will face into the block, which is not what we want to do. We want it to face away from the block. So I'm going to grab those back here. Wait. Oh! What? What's going on here? It seems like the new update has bugged out everything that is. What? What? Okay. So something is definitely bugged out with sophisticated bags now after the update. That is concerning. Stuff just disappeared from here. Huh. Anyway, we're going to put down the P2p here, and then we want it to be added to this channel cluster. So as you can see now, this has used one channel out of 32. That means we have used one channel in total to hook up this room here. So we are going to use the B79. What is going on here? B7D9, that's this one, and we are gonna add that here. B7D9, yeah, that works. Okay, so now if I add something here like this cable is now representing this room, which means everything we add will be added to this channel cluster instead of going to the smart cable here. Which is very neat. So we need dense cables just to make sure we have 32 channels. We're not going to use that many channels, but I just wanted to be sure that we have what we needed. So what we're going to do is we are going to make ourselves some export buses. And we are going to have to teach piston as well. Well, this is an issue with the sophisticated bags. This is going to be a real pain in the rear. So let's go ahead and see if that works. That does work, and we do need an import bus as well. What? Oh, the wrong one. So we need the import buses. We're gonna add that, and we are also gonna need the sticky piston recipe. I do not believe, and it can use any kind of slime ball that I have in my system for that. So let's go ahead and add these in. And now we should be able to do an import bus. Let's do one of those, and we're going to need 4 acceleration upgrades, and we are going to do 4 more actually, and then we are going to do export bus, single one, like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to remove these logistical transporters and this chest. Oh man, that's a real problem here. That's so weird. It's like these stack upgrades are not working anymore. I'm gonna have to look into that. That's the thing about doing upgrades, right? Sophisticated. Did they add any new kind of upgrades? Oh, they added experience pumps as well. There's some new upgrades to this. I wonder if I have to take this out and then put it back in, but then I will have to empty out my bag, I think. That's oh, that's what I've been asking for. They've added this, the memory slot. Okay, that's cool, so that they remember what slot they live in. That is very cool. I've actually been asking for this, but what is going on here? It's probably some setting that I'm gonna have to look into. Can I not stack them? And I can't pull it out. That is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, so we've got our export, we've got our import. So what we want to do is we want to import the cyanide into our system. So we're going to add the input bus there. And we want to export the uranium into the power plant itself. And then we are going to upgrade these with speed upgrades because we just want them to be able to pump that right ahead. The more speed upgrades you put in, the faster it goes, right? So let's get ourselves some yellow cable here. So let's do glide. What's that, orange? Oh, that's yellow. What are you? Wow, those look very much alike. That does not. Okay, it does look yellow. Okay. So let's go ahead and do smart cables. We want 8. Let's actually get, what I can do is I can middle click this, but in order to do that, you have to unbind everything else that's bound to your middle click, otherwise it will not work. I think, no, it's sort. Usually you sort with middle click here, but I needed to rebind that, otherwise I couldn't craft with middle click here, so that's just good to know. And we want some yellow cables here. Okay. And then we are gonna throw that in here. So now we've connected 2 channels here. As you can see, it's taking 2 channels into here. What we could do is actually, no, that'll do. 2 channels, and now we've used 2 channels here, and we've still just used 1 channel here. So that's how we got 32 rooms that we can hook up like that. And that's very cool. So now this should actually just directly input and output cyanide. I don't have to tell it what to import because it just needs to import whatever. And if I turn this on, oh, yeah, I can actually do that. This fuel, as you can see, should fill itself up using uranium from our system to do that. Yeah, as you can see, the numbers go down. It just went down just as I searched for it. So that is pretty cool, and it's 9:29 right now. And if we go look here, it turned off again because it was full. But the cyanide will also get exported. So that's a way to go around having to use chests. I'm gonna have to do the same with all these hoppers here. I'm gonna put those on the ground, all of them, and then add instead of a chest under it, I'm gonna import it right into our system. And that means we are now beginning to fill up our system with all sorts of stuff. So we are gonna need some more storage cells at some point. Right now I have plenty of space here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So what we can go ahead and do is make some anchors. Have I? No, I do not. Do I have a cutting knife? I do. So let's craft a new one just because. We'll show you why in a moment. I'm gonna put that here and then add iron and then there. Now I have to make sure that it can use substitutions. That means it can even use cutting knives that are damaged. If you don't do this, if you add it in like that, it will craft a new cutting knife every time it's making 3. But if you do it like that, it will just use up the ones that has a use durability. Otherwise, it will ignore those and you'll have your inventory filled up with cutting knives over time. But this way, what I can do is add that here. Oh, that should not be on the same slot because they use, I'm pretty sure they use quartz fiber, uses, no, it doesn't use anchors. I don't know why I thought that. So now we can do anchors and let's do 64. And if you look at the cutting knife, it used up the one that we already had in the system before using the new one. Pretty cool. So there we go. We've got our anchors up and we can add in our skystone blocks, and I will add just a couple of these. So there we have some more facades that we can cover up with like that. Look at that. That, in my opinion, looks amazing. Then we want to move on. We want to get into this room and we want to get all the way down here. We want to add a storage box here. It's fine that we use the stank to hold everything, but we want to be able to connect that from our main hub there. So we need to drag a cable all the way down there. And I want to go through the main floors here. I don't want to go from one room out here and then that way. No, I want a clean system. So we've got facades here, which means we should have a cable underneath here. Yes, we do. And then I could actually maybe speed this up a bit. It goes all the way down here and then all the way in here. Here we want the storage. No, we don't want to do fluid storage yet because I want to build a system for that. But we want to go all the way into this room, that's for sure. Maybe to the middle of the room and then go middle out, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. So this is going to take a lot of dense cable to move all the way down there. I made 64, and I do hope that's going to be enough for us to get all the way over here. Like so, and we actually also want to connect up our Botania thing because we want to be able to autocraft down here, so we are going to need some interfaces down here as well, so we might as well just begin dragging that down here. And that's what we had of cables. So now what we want to do is we want a storage on that one. So where do we go with that cable? We could go ahead and actually, let's not go all the way to the middle. Let's just go here and then add that there. And then, is that a connector? Yes, we only want it to connect up. We don't want it to connect anywhere else. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, so Skystone block and repair the floor here. And then we need another P2p. P2p, we are going to craft a couple of those like that. And where did my memory card go? It went there. So let's go ahead and add another P2p right here. No, that's wrong. We need the normal smart cables, and then we can add it on the side of that. So let's do that here, and then we can add some dense cable here. We're just going to stick with yellow since we already got a lot of that. So let's add that here, and then we do not really need a dense cable, but we are, yeah, we're just going to use that one. Then add that over here, and then we need to make ourselves a storage bus in order to connect that up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So if I go up here and do storage bus, we haven't added it, so we are going to add that. No, it shouldn't be fussy. Here we go, and then that go there. Yeah, no issue. So storage bus, we've run out of slime balls. I do believe I have some ember gel ball. I hope they count as well. They do not. Gel, use. Oh, you can't really use that for anything. Huh, so that's just decorative. Okay, you know what? That goes into one of our chests here for something that I don't really know what to use. So we need some slime balls, and in order to do to get slime balls, we need some kind of slime island. Are there any islands here in the mining world? Does not seem like it. So let's go ahead and get back to the world. I do have plenty of power here. Do I have any slimes? We do have slime right over here. Now, I haven't really looked into the slime islands yet, but I do believe that these trees will get you slimes. But for now, we are going to use our sword. Oh no. My sword maybe Is that gone now? The looting one? No, it's not. So kill that, kill this, kill that, kill that. Okay, the slimes are getting in here. I do believe that you can get slimes from one of these trees. I haven't looked into that. So Skyroot Lock, can that be used to make slime somehow? I guess not. Whoops. Can this be used for something? To make slimes? Maybe I should just do, how do I get the slime balls? These ones. Congelated slime block and sky slime blocks. So that is the this is the okay. Where did you go? You didn't go into my inventory, did you? What? Oh, okay. It just turns directly into slime. Okay, I wonder, how do I get related? How do I get this just from slime blocks? There must be a way for you to craft these. I'm gonna have to look into that because there's no time to waste here. I am almost out of time, so I'm gonna look into that later. Somehow we should be able to auto-craft slimes from these saplings. I'm pretty sure about that. We'll figure that out. But first of all, we're not going to the nether. We're going back here, and then we are gonna go back down, and now I should be able to just add my slime balls here. And then we should be able to do our storage bus, right? Storage bus. Start. Okay. So even though it said I had to use a green one in the recipe, because I had it on the fuzzy thing, it will use the blue ones if I have those. Now, if I add in the green ones, which is what it needed originally, that's what it's going to use. Okay. So pretty cool. We've got this storage bus. We are going to add that to this tank here. So we need to get underneath it in order to look up. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. And then we want to tell it to hold whatever is already in the system. We can add some capacity cards if we get more than these slots here. We can add capacity cards to get more room here. And what we can tell it is to, I think there's a way to tell it to take what's already in the system. Yeah, partition the storage space on currently stored items. So now this, and then I will set the priority up to something that's higher than 0. I'm just gonna do 100. I could do 1, that would do. But then every time I put coal into the system, it will go into this dank system here. It will go into here. So if I take this coal, now it says 268. If I go back up here and add that to our system here, the coal, and then I go back over here, it added it to this chest, 207. And if I go here, add the coal back into the system, 207 is set, and now it says 200. Wait, what? Oh no, I forgot to connect it up. That's why. Okay, so we need to take all the coal out of here again. Do I have anything else? Do we have blaze? Yeah, we need to get those out as well. Let's add some of this into a system. Do we have any string? Yes. Do we have any spiders' eyes? No. Do we have any ender pearls? We do. We need to get those out as well. Let's just make room for that. So you have to make sure that you do not already have stuff in the system, because then it will just take up slots in your system, and you do not want that to happen. We can add the living rock. Yeah, I'm going to pull that back out in a moment. I'm going to pull these things out, but for now they're just going to live in here, just because I need to empty this out. Do we have any bones in here? Yes, we do. Do we have any skull fragments? We do not. And that should be it, I think. So you have to take everything out of your system, otherwise you will just be using up storage capacity. Do we have any inferium? Inferium is the last thing that I forgot to look for. I am pretty sure that I do not have any inferium. Well, I was wrong. So let's add some of these. Okay, now I've taken out everything that is not supposed to be in that system, and I connect this storage bus up like that, and now that is connected to our system. As soon as it has been linked up, which it has now, and that should work. Look at that, one channel, and now 215. And if I go back up here, add in the coal, add in the ender pearls, add in everything here. All of that will go into this tank down here because it has a high priority. Look at that, 343. So that worked now. So everything we have that goes into this system will be, this is like a storage drive. It's just using this tank instead. So that is awesome. So what I've left to do is just to put on the facades here. I will do that off cam. No reason for you to sit around for that. And then we will connect up stuff here for auto crafting in another episode. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.